should be live.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. First order of business is the minutes. I see nothing that needs to be changed or amended, Jerry.
I didn't either. I make a motion that we accept the minutes as written by Mr. Stevens.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Here's the-
We don't have that much. I mean, there's just not much going on. So, old business, the early voting location is still. I'm still waiting on some stuff to come back from Brandy Irwin,
Okay.
and I've talked to John a couple times. Just haven't been out there yet. We haven't been able to make a connection to do that. As far as Rio, which I think may be our best option.
I think probably, the only other place that I can think of was Wetherell's law office is empty now. But it's still not as much room as what we've got at the firehouse in Rio, so
Where is he? Where is Wether?
he's down in the new building that Clint built with the apartments. So all that's over here is records and storage, that's it. As I was looking as I come in, and I thought, there's just not really a whole lot of options.
Well, in the conversations I have had with John, he's willing to do, if they have to install a couple of locks and dedicate a room to us, they would do
That would be
that.
great.
So that would be pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
he's happy.
Because we can leave everything set up and.
Well, you've
walk
got
out.
ample parking, you've
Yeah.
got handicap accessible.
It's actually better accessible than the courthouse is,
Oh,
having to
yeah.
come up the elevator and stuff,
Yeah.
so. But I'll work on that. We're supposed to have another meeting in December. We can discuss that here in a minute. But, I will definitely have talked to him and we'll look things over by that point in time, so. The other thing on our budget proposal, we have it back. Everything that we proposed with the exception of one item, looks like is exactly what we requested.
Wow, awesome.
Wow.
And they cut the one item by only $300, so.
Which one was that?
We can look at that a little more if you want to, but you've got a copy, you should have a copy of what was proposed. And on the back, this has everything, the election board, it has all that on there, except the meals, and they come from a different category, and it was funded at this point. They will vote on that October the 21st.
Okay.
And approve, and it could conceivably change,
Okay.
but we don't think there will be a change to it because it would cause other ripple effect that, so we think it'll be what it is.
Okay.
Wow, that's impressive.
So, but it's, if you've got a copy of what our proposal was, and then so you can see that it's all basically the same. The only thing that's not is item number 11560, canvassing board members. And they cut that from 1,500 to 1,200 is the way I'm seeing it.
Okay,
If that makes sense.
Canvassing board.
That's the three of us, yeah.
Okay?
That's on election night.
So when I said that, they review that again on October the 21st, and it could conceivably change, but as of right now, we've got everything on there except that $300 that we requested. Okay?
Now, why are these check marked?
Yeah.
Yeah, why are these check marked?
I have wired the check because that means they gave us what we asked for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why that 11560 doesn't have a check mark by it.
Okay.
And I didn't check, the others were, I just looked at the numbers on the top two, and then I started checking them off, so the top two were the same, totaled out to what we had requested, so. Okay?
So, okay, right now, what they approved for, or what they suggested for the canvassing board is, 1,500.
It should be
1,200?
11560, they put 1,200 in the actual budget, in there,
Okay.
yeah, and then 1,500 is what I had requested, so.
Okay.
So it'd be six. So it'd be $200 per day instead of $250.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that what we've been getting?
I think that's what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I didn't check.
Yeah.
I mean, I
The
could.
2024 actual was $200 per day, so yes.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
that sheet? Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's impressive.
So we'll know for sure October 21st, or
Okay.
should, okay?
I don't think I think we do pretty good with keeping our budget, just for what we need. We don't pay.
Well, we give back too.
We get back, I think over 50% if I remember my numbers right on this
Yeah,
last
we
one,
give
so,
back quite a bit,
yeah.
so
I'm proud of that.
we try hard anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were pretty gracious with us and, you know, it kind of makes me feel good they respect our opinion and stuff enough that, you know, we gotta run the election, we gotta do this,
Mhm.
and they were,
There's a lot to it.
so.
Okay.
All right, new business, the conference is December 15th, 17th, I think I sent you some stuff on that with the, election division dispatch. Registration has been taken care of, rooms are booked.
Where are the rooms booked at?
I can't tell you.
Is it at the West End?
Yeah, I think it's the Weston.
That's
It's
where
the
we've
same
been
place
the
it's been,
last-
if I'm
yeah.
not mistaken.
Several years. I can't remember who bought the West End, but
And,
maybe Mary.
I booked this for the 15th and the 16th, so we go up on the morning of the 15th, and everybody's kind of, you know, Sandy will probably travel with me. You guys, I would figure would want to go, because I mean, you took.
I think
somebody-
Steve's going with me,
Yeah,
so
so-
I just don't like to travel alone.
I can't hardly do it by myself anymore.
Well, I can jump. I just
Um,
like to.
The big thing, and I don't think it'll be that big an issue for us, they're not going to be supplying books of any kind anymore.
What about the update to the code book?
We will not be getting a code book. They will not be printing those. They didn't even, that people wouldn't even quote them. So what they have said we can do, and I've got a link to it, but we might as well wait. There's no point doing it now because it's gonna change some by that time, is there's a link to go in and print
Whatever.
that
we-
section 3 or whatever it is, which will actually wind up being better. Because it's not gonna have all the other stuff in it. All we need is the election stuff, right?
Right,
Yeah.
So we're gonna eliminate a book that thick and go down to one,
and then we can print our own at Staples.
and I'll print it right here.
Oh, yeah, or
I mean, I can run across the street
yeah,
to John,
John,
print,
yeah,
John print
John.
5, 10 copies of them, whatever we want, and I can bind them here. We've got our own equipment,
You have your own binder.
do our own binding.
Yeah, that would work.
And I'm looking, I've got one, and it'll do the comb binding, the plastic stuff. I'd really like to have one that does the spiral binding, so I'm looking at maybe purchasing another one of
Okay.
those.
Yeah, because I think the code book we definitely need.
Yeah,
We
code book
have
for
the code
sure.
book.
Well, I want the others too, because I
Well,
mean, the
yeah.
big one, that the calendar
Oh, yeah,
to have and go out about a week or two in advance and highlight stuff, and then you can look at it every day.
yeah, because I like the calendar.
And I can't live without that, because that way I don't
Well, it
send
keeps
out
us on
orders.
track.
Yeah, and then some of the other stuff, I mean, we may not have to have, but I think there's 6 books total, 5, without the code book,
Well, your books,
so.
Yeah, your book is
the
better.
books that you've done
Well, it's, yeah, I
They
mean,
are.
it's simple process,
are better anyway.
but
And like you
and
said, the calendar and the code book are the only
Yeah.
two that really,
I communicate with Valerie Workshop, and it is I don't understand why the state sets what the registration fee is for the meeting, but they raised it to $400.
Why?
And
Did you
I
find
don't
that
know.
out?
They don't have any explanation for it. It's just in the code. She sent me the code number and how they do it or whatever, but that always included $1,600. No, it was $1,300 last year, so what would that have been, $325?
yeah, 3 something. more.
350, 325, whatever it was, 325, I think. And it went up $75, and they took the books away.
That
Did
makes
we
no
get
sense.
$400 worth of stuff while we're there?
No,
Well, I wouldn't think so, but I guess the meal, what, do we get a meal?
yeah, we get meals.
I can eat for a lot less than $400
I
for 2
can
days.
too for 2
Yeah.
days. That
So
makes no sense.
I don't know what their, you know,
Where the reasoning's coming
Maybe they
from.
need to raise a little money.
you know.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know, maybe the Weston's charge, or the places charging more for the meeting
it may
rooms?
be,
or-
it may be for the meeting rooms, yeah, I mean, maybe.
That would be the only other thing, the food in the meeting rooms is the only
But
other thing.
I question the rate and why it went up with the books going away, and you know, she sent me stuff back, was very gracious about it, she says, yeah, here's the deal, and we will not be sending out books due to the cost.
Yeah, well, I get that.
They couldn't even get a quote back on the code book,
Mhm.
so.
Wow.
Wow.
I said, we're gonna be in better shape than a lot of them, because we print our own books.
Yeah,
It's not a problem.
yeah, I mean,
I
that's.
mean, I'll print out one copy here, take them to John and get it printed.
Yeah.
I'll do it for less than $20 a book.
Wow.
So if we want 5 or 10 of them, we'll be out $500-600 probably.
Well, yeah, because on the codes, we usually do all 4 of us and the 2 chairmen, so, you know, that's 6 books.
Yeah. But I mean, some of the stuff, like the campaign finance manuals, we could print out 3 or 4 of those for us, or maybe it would just be in Sandy. And then if somebody calls in here wants something, just tell them, go to the code book, it's online at whatever.
Right. I should say, as long as we have them in the office,
Yeah.
on stuff like that, but the calendar, yeah, we.
Has anything in that changed, the campaign finance?
Not that I'm aware of. They're jumping us through hoops on, and I don't like it, and I'm gonna tell them that, on on the driver's license for undocumented people.
Yeah, I saw where that was gonna be an issue.
It's an issue, it is.
I saw that.
And they're kicking it back to us,
Yep.
and they're putting that in there like as a pending, and then we're supposed to find out whether they're actually legal or not, a citizen. And that makes no sense to me.
Mm-mm.
I mean, Sandy's had a call into somebody in Texas now for a month, and we can't get an answer out of anybody. Well, I mean, you know, how are we gonna?
How are you supposed to know, exactly?
And my thing is this, the registration is not, it's not all the way through because it's pending status. If we can't verify it, and I'm not, you know, we don't have resources to do that.
And if we can't verify it, then I guess we're supposed to kick it out.
Well, she can't kick it out. We can't get it out of the system.
But I mean, we're supposed to reject it.
Well, here's the way I look at it.
That's kind of what I'm,
I've been told 100 times we're not the election police. Well, I'm not the citizen police.
no.
We're not the election police.
We've been told that several times.
Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and so that's kind of where I'm at on it. I mean, I'm not driving to Tijuana, Mexico to find out if somebody was born, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna do that.
Well, they know if they're a citizen or not.
Well,
Yeah, but you,
this needs to be done, and I've talked to a couple of state people that this needs to be done at the license branch.
why
Well,
can't
they
they mark,
can't.
yeah, or they could mark on the license somewhere if they.
Well, they put a
Citizen.
star on people's license. Why can't they do
Why
that?
can't they mark
Have you
that?
seen now they're finding driver's license? There's a truck driver stopped someplace the other day that had a driver's license and on it said no name given.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't see that one, you're
Uh-huh.
kidding.
I've heard that one 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's just.
They're getting driver's license,
disgusting.
not even giving a name.
Mhm.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I mean, we're still working on it and ironing it out, but it's gonna be an issue and it won't be as big an issue here as it is some other
Some
places.
of, well, like Marion County and.
Yeah, those places. I mean,
Oh,
what
that
they
would be
do.
a nightmare.
Yeah, but I mean, if it don't, I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna, I'm sorry, but I'm not knocking myself out. We got other work to do.
Well, we may just have to ask them and have them sign something
A
and
paper
that
that
there
says
were.
they are, and if they sign it, and,
Mhm.
I wonder if you could put it where they were signing under penalty of perjury.
Yeah,
This needs to be done at the driver's license branch.
I agree,
And you have
oh, I
to-
agree.
That's where it's initiated at. If they want a driver's license, they should be able to prove that they are a legal citizen to get one.
well, they shouldn't get
And-
their license without being a
They shouldn't,
citizen.
I agree
I
with
wouldn't
that.
think so, but.
And one of our state people was shocked when I told him they could. And he like to fell over. He said, "I can get a driver's license." I said, "Yeah, I can. You might want to look into that." So,
Well, hopefully they'll have a class on this in December.
Yeah, maybe they will.
That might be a topic of,
we will, yeah, we'll see where it goes. But with all the stuff that came up last year in legislation, it's going to be, I'm going to be out in front a little bit. I'm going to have a talk with Cindy Ledbetter and Daryl Schmidt and Ann Bartels, who are 3 from this area,
right,
and the ones that I know fairly well. And I'm going to have a little talk with them about some things.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand what it's
gonna cause.
What has happened.
implications.
what it's causing the problems for the people actually running the election. They don't understand those, so. Our next meeting, we tentatively have December the 9th, I think.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, December the 9th at 1 o'clock. Do you want to meet then or no? Because I mean, as of right now, we don't have anything
and we probably won't until conference.
Yeah.
Can we meet at conference?
Well, I guess.
Well, we do, I mean, we sit there and go over 50,000 things, and that's the next week, so.
I mean, it's not here, it's not a public meeting, so to speak, but,
It's not going to be taped.
I mean, if something else does come up that we need to talk about.
We could go ahead and, yeah, but if not, there's probably no reason, I mean, do you think, Jerry?
It's just too early to get into some of this stuff. I've run some numbers already and, on what our turnout has been, I've got it there somewhere, what our turnout has been in midterm elections in the past. And,
Well, because we don't even know yet who's running.
yeah, we don't even know yet that part of it, so it's kind of hard to,
I mean, if
I mean,
nobody
there's not
opposed
really-
or
yeah.
on parties.
So I've been seeing a lot of, on Diego's site, Secretary of State's
Mhm.
site, about, they've been having little meetings about the municipal elections.
About moving them, I saw that.
Yeah.
That was in the legislation, if you remember last year, there was a boo-koo of election-related matters.
Yes.
One guy had his name on like 17 of them. I got no clue who he is, but he was the chair or the author, or he was the chair of the election stuff. He authored a lot of those. He also sponsored a lot of them. And I thought it was an extraordinary number for one guy. And somebody told me, I asked him about it, one of the other clerks, and they were like, well, he's the chair. And I said, that's all the more reason for his name not to be on it, because it looks like he's supporting it.
Partisan, yeah.
And it's undue influence, in my opinion. But, and they kind of, I never thought about it that way. Well, I did. And there was a lot of that stuff, and I don't know if he was on that. I think he was, I can't swear to it. But there was an awful lot of election legislation in there last year. We talked about a lot of it. I think you guys got a copy of it somewhere if you kept it, with all the different things. And it started falling off and falling off and falling off and falling off. But one of them was to do away with the municipal elections and move them to which
I think they moved to a presidential year, I think they would move them to
Well, yeah.
a year like this year.
and the trustee stuff
Yeah,
is
was
being
in there.
discussed.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And according to Melissa, she went to an auditor's conference not too long ago. The trustee situation and doing away with the trustees and the boards, which would take 36 people off the ballot in that year, which is a big deal. But by the same token, I'm not sure how well that's going to work for everybody. But they all want that money that the trustees have got.
They've been talking about that for years. They have been talking about that for years. and
The
it
other
never-
one Melissa said is they're talking about doing away with an elected position for the assessor and folding that position into the auditor's office.
Well, they don't have enough to do.
Well, they haven't done that yet with
They haven't done it yet, but
trustees.
she said it was brought up at the last.
They bring it up, but I'm telling you that those assessors have got a pretty strong lobbying group. They all go and they lobby.
Well,
And it doesn't sit well with them at all about the money.
No.
they're with some of the changes, they're all looking to get the money that the trustees have got.
Yeah.
Which we've got one or two that's got some money, and the rest of them not so much. It's not going to amount that much. It's not going to amount that much.
Well, for John.
Well, it would for John, yes.
But that's because
But all the
Brian,
rest of them together don't have as much as Ohio Township's got.
yeah, Brian was very proud of the fact that he worked for years to save that rainy day, for
Right.
save that money, and and now all of a sudden Governor Brown wants it.
Oh, it's spend. Yeah, and they're wanting to give it to the county, and in the long run, I can guarantee you, you're going to have townships losing their fire stations and
See,
their
that's the
EMTs.
thing,
That's what's going to happen.
yeah, we're gonna lose our fire stations, and then your response calls are gonna be so far out, and your
Yeah.
insurance is gonna go up,
Yes.
and it's gonna be ridiculous.
Well, and I mean, a county our size,
Yeah.
it's going to be insane.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
And I know Ohio too, we pride ourselves in loose on our response time,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Ohio's
Yeah.
too, and their backup response is even bigger. So,
I don't know what else would hit that legislation, but there's I've seen a straight party voting, and I think it's a mistake to do away with that personally, because you talk about wait times at the polls.
Oh, yeah.
Are they gonna do that?
Well, I don't know. They tried to do it this last time, and it finally went away. And there's a lot of people would surprise you. Well, it wouldn't make no difference. Yeah, it would make a difference because you're gonna. And I've looked up 2 or 3 different studies that have been done. One of them out of University of Michigan or Michigan State, and one of them out of Baylor or University of Houston or somewhere. And it disenfranchises older voters. And we had that here a lot. And heard it right here. We take some of our poll workers
They
and
get
they can tell you,
confused.
I'm not voting. I don't care about the rest of it. All I want to vote for is the president. I ain't voting. I don't care about that other stuff down to the end. And they want to vote a straight ticket, and that's all they want to vote. So, you know, were they going to vote 3 or 4 people and say, well, I got to do this whole thing. I ain't got time. I don't feel like standing here. Then they're going to go and leave. And we had people walk out in the middle of voting then, you know. So, and I don't know what they don't get about that, but that's a fact. I mean, there's surveys and studies out there to prove
They're
it.
thinking that more people are gonna split their tickets they will split their tickets that way, and they'll pull more from the other side. But
You know,
that, it doesn't make sense
a
to
lot of
me
people
at
don't
all.
wanna split their
No,
ticket.
they do not.
No,
And if you look at our numbers over the past few elections, our straight party voting has been strong.
yeah, yeah.
Not saying it's right or wrong, but.
Well, it's
I just don't, it's always been that way, why change it now?
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, you know, we talked about a lot of things at some of the lines that we had at the polls, and we voted less people than we did in 24. No, we voted less people in 24 than we voted in 22. And we still had more delay at the polls, and it was because of all the extra garbage on the ballot.
Now, if they can leave off those judicial questions.
Yeah. But I'm-
Nobody cares and they don't wanna know.
And they talked, I know, in some of that legislation, and I've still got copies of it over there, but somewhere here they talked about doing away with straight party and extending the time from 4 to like 6 minutes or something. That won't touch what it would take you to go through a
Oh,
ballot.
no.
Oh, no.
Not older people, no.
Yeah, that would disenfranchise them.
That's also going to, well, that's what the studies show that it's done.
Mhm.
But it's like, that's what, there's a lot of people in favor of it, doing away with it. And I think there's only 8 or 9 states that do it, that do straight party voting.
Really?
Really? That surprises me.
Yeah,
Just
not very
That
many.
really surprises me.
Not very many.
Okay, so back to the trustees, John has told me that they have to give 30% toward roads. But they can choose, the trustee can choose,
The roads to be done?
yeah, the roads that he thinks ought to be done. It can be in his township, and you know,
Well, it shouldn't be out of his township.
Well, it shouldn't,
a lot of
it's his
times
money,
not.
yeah.
and ideally, you know, it's something he would communicate with Jim Seiler, you know, because that's the thing, and 30% of his.
Well, 30% is a pretty good chunk.
That's big.
And yeah, for John, it's a good chunk, okay? But now, I won't even say it, but he's been doing painting and doing upkeep out there that hadn't been done in years.
Wow.
Yeah, just spending his
Well, they're wanting money. I mean, there's no doubt it's about the money grab. And we went through that a few years ago, that the state was trying to make it where anything I needed, I had to come to the commissioners and let them take care of it.
Mhm.
And Kenzie had to come to the commissioners, Melissa had to come to the commissioners. And fortunately, before it was over with, it didn't pass.
If you
And-
need
and I've-
pins, you had to come in here and ask.
I've kept a copy of that one too, because you've never seen a document with as much red ink in it where they had to take all that out. And what that was, and I'll guarantee you, it was an end run to get the commissary fund from the sheriffs.
Oh,
Is all that it was, because that's in there, and you're reading along, and it goes to an almost, and commissary fund from sheriff, and then it goes on, and it's like they snuck it in there.
They snuck it in the middle, yeah.
But a lot of these counties, I mean, you're talking millions of dollars,
Yeah.
and they wanted that commissary fund from the sheriff, so they're trying to do it. And I said, there's no way, I said, I'm not doing it, I'm not gonna do it, and they can piss up or rope around it, but I'm not doing it, because if I need a ream of paper, I'm not going to the commissioners and ask for it. I'm trying to run an office here. I was elected to run this office.
Well, and you're not gonna have time to wait 2 weeks to the next
Well, yeah.
commissioners meeting to.
And I don't even
get
think the
something.
commissioners would like that.
Well, I don't think they want it either.
I mean, that's just way too much.
But there's just too much, yeah, and then, but there's, like all that election stuff, like I said, it's untellable what'll be in it again this time. But,
I'm kind of anxious to see a conference for all they
Yeah.
throw at us.
Are they, I guess they're gonna have their breakout sessions, do they still do that?
we haven't as much.
No, everything's pretty much been together
It's
the
all
last
been
couple of
together,
years.
yeah.
I mean, I was sick.
Yeah, you,
Last year, so I
yeah, no, they
kinda
pretty much kept us all together.
Okay.
But we might want to remember to take, if they're not gonna have books or write, things for us to write, we might want to remember to take papers with us for notes.
Yeah, the reason I ask about the campaign finance is because that's always been
Yes,
my area.
yeah.
And I've really stayed up on that because then I can make sure.
Well, those books
it's
are
kids.
invaluable. I mean, I've used those books, I use them almost every day once things start. And that calendar book especially.
That one is, yeah, that's a big
The
one.
desk calendar they gave us this last time, I couldn't hardly read. It
Well,
was-
I'm glad you said that, because I thought maybe it was just me.
No, they changed the print on
I did, I thought, this thing
No.
is not what it used to
it.
be.
They changed the print on it and it was tiny.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad
Yeah,
you said
so
that.
it was hard, it was really hard to read.
Seems like they downed the size of it too, so maybe
And
that's.
I think the desk calendars, we will still get, because they're coming from the Secretary of State, and we will get that campaign finance election day book, or not campaign finance, but election day handbook.
procedures,
Those are coming from the Secretary of State, and my understanding is we will still get those,
but yours are better than those,
but, yeah. so
ours that we have here.
Girls, yours are,
They work pretty good.
They do.
they're really amazing.
Well, they don't, there's no guesswork, you don't have to sit and look, there's a tab, you flip to it, you're done, I mean.
Well, it just makes a lot, it's like Sandy, we go back, we gotta put stuff in after the election, and you go to the same page of the book, she'll take the book, and I'll open it to page 16, and she'll start entering it, and I'm opening the others to page 16, laying down, she just pick a book up, there it is, all it's right there in the same place. You're not hunting through bags, this,
See,
and the
that's
other, it's
just
all the
it,
same
yeah,
place to
it's
look.
always been.
So they work pretty good. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know anything else, I mean,
Okay, well, are we leaving that December the 9th at 1 p.m.?
Why don't we, if we need it, you call us if something comes
Okay.
up. If not, we'll scratch it, down. But while we're here, what do we wanna do on next year? Do we wanna go back to monthly in January? What do we wanna do?
I think we probably should with an election
With
year.
an election year?
I'll shoot some dates, I'll put something together and get it to you by the end of the week. And and same with the second Tuesday, because that leaves this room available on that second Tuesday and at 1 o'clock. Does that work?
That's fine
Same
with
thing.
me.
And then there's a few other dates like, training dates
We
and
gotta set those.
I'll slap something in there and
Okay,
look at it and go there. And I'll get that to you by the end of the
Okay,
week.
starting in January, we'll go to the second Tuesday of the month. And so I really don't see a need for that December one at all,
Yeah.
cause I mean, we'll talk about stuff up there too.
And we haven't paid anything on our meetings this time. I'll go back and look at how many meetings.
We haven't paid anything out this year.
No, we haven't.
Can we go ahead and get that done, so?
Yeah, but the only thing we can pay is the meetings, because we didn't do any of the rest of it.
Well, we have our yearly fee.
We didn't pay that before, did we?
Yes. Just to
Okay.
sit on the board,
Yeah, we get that every year.
no matter
Okay.
what. So it's just that in meetings.
Yeah.
But-
And the canvassing board and all that different stuff. we
No,
didn't.
no,
I
that,
didn't
no.
think we paid the other one before. I'll-
Yeah,
I'll-
yeah.
Yeah,
We've always got the yearly fee for sitting on the board.
Yeah,
So I'll pay, well, that'll wind up, we didn't split it, we'll pay that whole thing out if that's the case.
Right.
And I don't know what we've had, 6 or 8 meetings, I think time's all said and done, something to that effect.
Something, I don't know what, I haven't really kept track, so. But yeah, go ahead and get those paid out before we go. What do you need from conference while I'm thinking of it? Are you gonna need, like you'll have the hotel costs.
Mileage and meals.
You want the meals and mileage?
I got the paperwork right here on top, I just got a credit card. My intent is to put all 4 of those rooms
Okay,
on that card. And
Okay.
right now, they're in my name. And they
Oh,
were on
wow.
my card, but I'm gonna call them and switch it to the new card.
okay. I just didn't know what documentation we needed to keep for you while we were
You
there.
shouldn't have to do anything on the rooms, because I'm we'll put them on a card and then pay them off of that.
Well, on the mileage and the garage fee,
The garage fee they usually eat that with the room, or they have.
well, I always had to pay it
They've
when I
always
lived.
eat mine.
Well, you guys valet park. See, I don't. I park, and so I always have to get a
That's the
ticket
reason
and
I
pay.
valet park, because they wipe it off and it don't cost you anything.
Well, I guess we can do that. I didn't
If
know
you got
that.
the room or whatever, that's what they've always done to me. I mean, they may not do that this time, but they always have.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, and on meals, I didn't know if we were going on the per diem or you want the receipt.
It's you can turn it in, just hang on your receipts.
Okay.
They're not gonna do the per diem, I know that, and I still argue that, but they won't do it. They should just give us money before we ever go,
Well,
but we
Agreed.
can't, nobody will agree to that.
okay, so keep the receipts.
Keep your receipts,
Okay,
and then I'll do a claim when we get back.
okay, that's fine. I just didn't know what you wanted.
And what I've been doing on mileage is just, I go in on one of those map things and however many miles it is up there, and then
Mhm.
double that and turn in whatever prints out on the
Yeah.
mileage,
That's a good idea.
so.
Well, on Google Maps or whatever.
Yeah. So,
That works.
anything else?
I don't think.
Gotta be here for we know it.
Yes, it will.
Conference.
And the holidays are kind of, with Thanksgiving being late this year,
Mhm.
are gonna be kind of all crammed within 4 week period. We got Colts, Drew's been a 49ers fan since he was knee high, knee
Yeah.
high. Well, we're up there that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that week. The next week, the Colts are playing the 49ers.
Oh.
And for his birthay's in December too. And Christmas, I got 49er tickets. We're gonna turn around and go right back the next Monday night.
Are we done with this part?
Yep,
Meeting over, right?
meeting adjourned.
Okay.
Okay, now on this pay thing,